So what is going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Zombies Q&A on the channel, the series where I take your questions from the comment section below to do the zombie storyline, Easter eggs, and I answer them. As always, if you go on to enjoy today's video, by the end, if you want to drop a like rating, that really would be appreciated. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. But let's get into it. Here we go, and enjoy. So the first question of today says, can you go over every new update and Easter egg to do with zombies in Black Ops Cold War? So as a part of Season 1, Treyarch have added in quite a few new Easter eggs into zombies. There are also a few in multiplayer. I don't think there's any new ones in the campaign. And although they're not major, there's no major big quest. These are quite small, subtle ones. The big one, I guess you could say, is the Christmas update for zombies, which we will go through. But on one of the multiplayer maps, which is Pine, you can actually find a Eisendrache pinball machine. This wasn't in the game before, so this is specifically new to this map. And if you just take a look around the mall in the gaming section, probably my favourite place on this map, definitely one of the coolest. There are loads of pinball machines lined up. We have Fantasy Fist, Space Tank, but the one I am most interested in is this, the Eisendrache. How epic does this look? There is another Eisendrache Easter egg in Black Ops Cold War. We'll get onto that one. But since this is the new one, I just think it looks really epic. The artwork that they've done to this, we have the dragon head, there is the castle, and then our 4 characters with zombies in the background. This could really be one of our first references in Black Ops Cold War to the Primus characters, Richtof and Takeo, Nikolai and Dempsey, because they haven't been mentioned in BO Cold War. Treyarch have tried to stay away from that whilst they progress with this new chapter. And if you take a look around, these pinball machines are scattered everywhere, but there's another Eisendrache one. This one's slightly different though, because on the top of it, there is a comic with the Eisendrache loading screen. If you compare them side by side, they're exactly the same. It's just they've taken those loading screen pictures and put them in a comic book style. I absolutely love this. If they could add more zombies Easter eggs into multiplayer, we also have a few in the campaign as well. For me, the more, the better. I mean, you can even argue this is cooler than the actual new Easter eggs we have in zombies. So there is that, and I did say there is other zombies Easter eggs in the campaign and multiplayer. I'll talk about that in just a second because they're old ones, but continuing on with what's new as a part of Season 1, well, there are 3 brand new main features that are advertised to us. First off, you can now pick up snowballs which you can throw at the zombies. This will then slow them down, and if you shoot them whilst they are slowed, there is a chance you will get a present. You then open this present, and from it you will get a reward, whether this be common, rare, epic. You can get support streaks, lethals, tacticals, salvage, coal, and a lot more. We also have a new power up which is naughty or nice. It's kind of like a stocking, and you get, as it describes, something good or something bad.
That's big. Naughty or
From what you can see from the gameplay, in this instance, something bad is a lot more zombies or plague hounds coming at you. And then there are snowmen you can find around the map, which if you get too close to them, zombies will come from inside of them. And the final big new update in Jingle Hells is, when you load into D Machine, you are now greeted by Santa. But this isn't the regular Santa we are used to. From what I can tell, the reindeers are replaced by plague hounds, and Santa is actually a Megaton. You can't see him up close, so it's difficult, and when he speaks, he sounds like the announcer, the person who says max ammo, carpenter, insta-kill and stuff like that. So could this be the announcer riding the sleigh? I don't know, but take a look at this.
Requiem Actual, we've reached the target LZ.
think you're pretty nice, huh?
You have your orders, Strike Team. Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
And as I said at the beginning of this question, I'd also go over older Easter eggs we can find in the campaign and multiplayer as well. Since we're on this topic, well, you can find a few old assets from previous games. There is the Gobblegum machine that was used as Dr. Monty's. It is the exact same model, however it doesn't say Dr. Monty on it anymore, so this is just a regular Gobblegum machine now, but the model is the same as what Dr. Monty's was. That can be found in the campaign. In one of the side missions inside of this store, there is Dr. Monty's chocolate, which was also in BO3. That was in a few multiplayer maps, and also on the fridge, there is a poster of Double Tap. We don't actually have this perk in Black Ops Cold War, unfortunately, and this is the old style, not the new can style that we are used to now. Will Double Tap return in BO Cold War? I don't know. There's also a board which has Eisendrache theme into it. It says Drakenmack on it. I've probably said that wrong. There are the Eisendrache dragons on there. And the big major one, which I have done a separate video on, is of course zombies in the campaign. In the Vietnam mission, if you go underground in the tunnels, you can play as Belle fighting against the undead. So yeah, quite a few zombies Easter eggs in multiplayer, in the campaign, and now we've just had more added in. The next question from Fishy Boy Verge says, do you think the Dark Ether will spill throughout the maps that we are going to get going forward? Also, keep up the good work. So yes, we've already seen on Outslaught, for example, which takes place after D Machine. D Machine was the starting point of the undead outbreaks that we see happening around the world. Omega came here, they powered up the cyclotron, and this caused anomalies to appear around the globe. So D Machine was the first, but after that, these anomalies happened everywhere, which explains why they are on the Onslaught maps or the multiplayer maps. But also for our next map, which we know by now is going to be Vietnam, although it isn't confirmed. From the intel we had, we are told a dimensional gateway has opened up in the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. So yes, in every future zombies map we are going to, I would guess the reason we are going there is to not only close down these dimensional gateways, but also to stop the undead outbreak and stop Omega at the same time. The next question, which is a bit more of a personal one, I guess, it's from Derek Jackson, who say, are you worried that Zombies is going to go down the route of BO4, where they just either remake old Zombies maps or turn multiplayer maps into Zombies maps? Because I really want something fresh. Well, is D Machine really a remake? Nacta and Toten is such a small portion of it that it doesn't really feel like a reused map or an old map. And Nacta and Toten is quite a bit different to what it was before. This is 40 years later, it is now abandoned, there is graffiti everywhere, we can go on the rooftop, and D Machine is a big map, Nact is a small one. For me, it doesn't feel like a remake. From what we know, the Vietnam map Firebase C is going to be based off a campaign location, although again in that mission we can only play in a small part of that area, so I would expect if they are reusing that location for the Zombies map, they would open it up a lot more. I've only played through the campaign once, so I'm not going to be familiar with it, hence why I think that Zombies map will feel fresh. Pretty much it's new, and that's what Zombies has always done anyway. They've reused old assets since it's the smallest portion of COD. It has the smallest development team, the smallest budget. It's not prioritized over the campaign or multiplayer. Instead of creating new assets, they've always reused ones to save money, save time, and why wouldn't you? If there are things that would fit perfectly well into a Zombies map, why not just take them from multiplayer or the campaign and reuse them? As for future content, well, I'm going to talk about leaks right now, but we have been told that we are going to be getting a Zombies map in Berlin, which could be Kino der Toten, or Kino will be included in it, kind of like how Nact is included in D Machine. And also another Zombies map is called The Giant, which could be a remake of Derice, or it will include a part of that map. I see what you're saying. I kind of hope that isn't the case. I do want to see new maps because Black Ops 4 was just 100% remakes. Besides from the Chaos storyline, everything from Ether, Classified being 5, Blood of the Dead being Mob of the Dead, Tag Do Totem being Call of the Dead, and Alpha Omega being Nuketown, it was all remakes. So far for Cold War, Nact is included, but it feels quite a bit different. Vietnam should be new. And as for the other DLC maps, well, we don't 100% know yet, so I'm not worried, but I do think we could have old locations reappearing in new maps. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one in the comment section below. So guys, there we go, that is it. That is all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.